Hey, I was watching this show and they said the only thing that matter is the day you go in and the day you come out.
The day you go in what?
It was a show about prison, bro. Like, I don't know.
There's a lot of things you can go in. I didn't know. The day you go in, the day you go out. Like what, a grocery store? Like,
Hey, with COVID, it might be I don't know if I'm coming back, man. Dang.
Hey, before we get going, man, and get heavy in the day, why don't you make sure you join us on all social platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Always Ready Online, Facebook, Twitter, man. Join the movement. We going in.
And don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. Hit the like button as well while you're at it. And leave us a comment. Let us know what your favorite part of the show is, because I know what my favorite part is. It's all of it.
Good morning.
What's up, man?
What's happening, man?
Nothing, man.
I got on my good morning shirt today, man. You know what I mean? I'm feeling good, man.
But it's the daytime though.
Huh?
It's the daytime.
Hey, man. Good morning, baby. You gotta get it to the right auto. You know what I mean? The right audio pitch in your voice as you deliver it.
Try it again.
Good morning.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Give me one.
Good morning.
Come on, man. No, that's not how you do it, man. Good morning.
Good morning.
See, I love the morning, man. I get a chance to kind of share this.
Yeah.
I always open up with good morning, man. Typically, no matter where I'm at, no matter what time of the day it is, and people always kind of like, you know, when I say it the way I say it is always dope, because you know what I mean. People really catch people off guard.
I'm about to say
like,
you scare them.
Yeah, they don't know what's what's going on. Right. It's 8:00 in the evening, bro.
Right.
Why are you telling me? Why are you yelling good morning?
What you on right now?
You know what I mean? But I shake them up a little bit. But I always explain, you know, something that hit me a while back, and one of the reasons why I use this is because good morning to me is more than just a greeting, right? Like we typically say it in passing and casual conversation, but really, like, the morning is the best time for me. You know, I love mornings. I love waking up. I love, you know, the sun is shining a little bit. You know, it hasn't been shining that much lately here in Columbus, but it's coming around the corner, man. But that's the best feeling for me, man. And when you talk about good morning, sometimes I have to remind myself, right, of how good a day can be, right, if I let it. You know what I mean? And I have to yell good morning just to get myself back mentally in a headspace of, this is going to be a good day. No matter what obstacles, no matter what adversities is coming my way, right? Just reminding myself that the day is going to be just as good as I let it, man. So I yell good morning. That's kind of my way of recentering myself, recentering my thoughts, especially if anything crazy is going on. You know, I encourage, you know, folks to figure out whatever their good morning is. Maybe it's a scripture or something they sing or something they hear or something they see, a picture or something that's of a loved one in their wallet. Whatever your good morning is, you know what I mean? I encourage people to kind of find that, but something that's basically going to allow you to be your very best at all times, man. You know what I mean?
That's kind of deep, man.
Yeah, so, you know, when you hear me say good morning and you wondering why I'm saying it and yelling it,
yeah,
you know, just know, man, that's where it comes from. Good morning.
Buenos dias. Did that work?
Is that good morning? You don't know no Spanish, bro.
Do.
Is that Spanish?
Buenos.
Bonjour. What about that? What's that? Easy.
That's French.
Easy. El français.
Yeah. Un. Is that how you say one?
Deux. Trois. Quatre.
Se. Si.
Cinq.
You hear my stomach growling, man?
What you doing,
Need some
man?
pancakes for the morning.
What you doing, man? What's happening, man?
Nothing, man. That's good. That's good. Buenos dias. Memorial Day weekend. Barbecue. Lots of people, family. Does every day seem like a holiday right now? Like, is it really like, I mean, I guess some people still working. I mean, is it an off day? I mean, you know.
It's one of those things where you just don't really know what day is coming and going. You know what I mean? Right. So it's like Memorial Day is here, and you're like, whoa, wait, is it? Like, what's the day? I think all these days are kind of all running together a little bit. You know what I mean? But my days has always kind of been like that. Like to me, every day's a Monday, every day's a Friday.
Hey, I was watching this show, and they said the only thing that matter is the day you go in and the day you come out.
Did they go? You go in what?
It was a show about prison, bro. Like I don't know.
There's a lot of things you can go in. I didn't know. The day you go in, the day you go out. Like what? A grocery store? Like,
hey, with COVID, it might be. I don't know if I'm coming back, man. Dang. All right, man. No, seriously though, like
Memorial Day, yeah.
So I'm thinking. So what? It was some craziness going on, at least in the city of Columbus. Couple spots opened up. It seemed like it was 1,000 people packed. Like social media blowing up, crazy. Like you going down to like areas where it's like hundreds of people hanging out on patios. Listen, it's a day off. They're gonna be drinking all day, hanging out. Just from a social standpoint, like what you doing for Memorial Day, man? What you got going?
Well, first off, man, Memorial Day. Let's take.
Man, we gonna get to that part. I need to know. I know we gonna get to that, man.
Come on, man. Take some time to respect. Those folks, man, that served, man, and lost their lives in war, fighting for this country. Fighting for our freedom, fighting for our right to be on a podcast and say whatever
No, you can't say
we want.
You can't say nothing. Say whatever you want.
But Memorial Day, man, is here. Holiday, obviously, a lot of people celebrate. A lot of people take the time to enjoy themselves and friends and family. And it's just interesting for us here in Ohio that we kind of opening back up right as Memorial Day is hitting. And so it was an eye-opener for me. A few days ago, I'm kind of just driving through the city, and for the first time, as we starting to open up things, that I see people at the restaurants, they on the patios, like they chilling, they having a good time, and I'm like, oh, okay, we back. You know what I mean? We back. Which again, it feels good to know that I think that we've starting to put this behind us. I mean, it's still here. You know what I mean? And you still got to move cautiously. Me personally, I'm not as you weigh the risk versus reward. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we understand the seriousness and the severity of it, but I honestly know some people who haven't been outside. You know what I mean? Like this whole time, which is cool. Like, I mean, I get it, but it's like at some point, like, you know what I mean? Your psyche, your mental, like all of that. So you got to like weigh out, you know what I mean? The risk reward. Like, yo, the reward for me to go out and just have a peace of mind and some sanity versus the risk of me actually, catching something and me, dying. So it's good to see that we're coming over that hump, man. We're doing all the things necessary to open some things back up. But to your question.
There you go. Please, what you got?
To your question, I will not be partaking in dancing, two-stepping with cats all surrounding me and breathing on my neck. I'm not gonna be doing that. Yeah,
I think the whole thing, it's just confusing. There's just so much inconsistency. It's like being in class. Shout out to all the educators. There's nothing wrong with a substitute teacher, but when a teacher is teaching you one way to do it, and then you get somebody else to come in and teaches you a different way to do it, and then the real person comes back and you doing it a new way, say a math problem, and they like, that's not how I taught you, and like you just confused on what you're supposed to do. Like, it's just like you just lost, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do, right? Like, am I supposed to still be staying home and practicing social distancing? But how am I practicing social distancing if I can be at a table with 10 people that I ain't seen in 10 weeks? You know what I mean? That who knows who they gonna go back home to just for a slice of pizza. You talk about a piece of mind, you know what I mean? Like, we talk about a piece of pizza. Like, and you got, like, what am I supposed to do? But they like, you can go ahead and go and we can figure this thing out. And then they're like, well, maybe it's gonna be a new wave. It's just too much information, man. So I think I'm just gonna keep staying in the house because I ain't been outside yet. You was probably talking about me.
You was the guy who was talking, ain't literally been out the house.
I just don't know what to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like the kid, they opening up the camps so kids could go back to summer camp, but we don't know if kids gonna be in school yet. Like, what's the difference between summer? How you gonna keep kids in the summer out the pool they supposed to be, and then we don't even know what we're gonna do with school yet.
Back up pools. Ooh.
Man, come on, man. Like, I just don't know what to do. So I think I'm gonna just keep zooming stuff and just watch people. And I'm gonna just wait, man, just figure it out. And I'm just not gonna be the first person to go do it. You know what I mean?
You gonna wait? You gonna send a couple people out in the front lines and see?
Yeah, I'm gonna just go see what happens.
See if they fall.
Yeah.
Hey man, so listen, not too long, a few days ago, I had saw a family friend, like a church friend, right? Lady that I knew from a very long time from church. And she's like, hey, right? And we kind of noticed each other from a, you know, a little distance. And so she's coming up, and I haven't seen her in you know,
she coming up
some time. So she coming up, and I'm thinking like, how do I?
Does she have on the mask?
No mask. Okay. You know what I mean? I mean, we this was
like
at our house. You know what I mean? Seen him like in our neighborhood, and so I'm like, how do I handle? Like, you know what I mean? It's all like going fast, and I'm like, how do I? And she goes in, opens her arms for the hug.
What'd you do? You hugged her, man.
And I just hugged her.
You had to.
I mean, I didn't know. Like, should I give her the stiffy?
Man.
I didn't know what to do, man. I hugged. I gave her the side jaunt because I'm like, man, you know this ain't social distancing.
Right.
But I was like, it is what it is, man. Hopefully, you know me, you good. I'm good.
She's a church friend. Y'all blessed.
Church, man. We blessed. Yeah, we covered. We covered, man. But I was like, what do you know, you got all of these things that you want to do and that you think you're going to do and that you're supposed to do. But man, when that rubber meet the road, baby, she came in for the hug.
Ain't that crazy? Like you could be at a restaurant on the patio with 10 people and y'all eating, but when it's time to go, everybody elbow bumping and like, you know what I mean? So like we could be close again, but not that close. Yeah. I don't know, man. I meant to say this too, because you mentioned it and I said I was going to bring it up. The Memorial Day piece, and while you was talking and before you were talking earlier, I was just thinking like, just our like the roadmap just in life. Like, would you like go fight? Like, would you like go sacrifice? Has it ever been in you to want to go like sacrifice and just go fight? Like, do you think that's like, cause for me, like, cause what I'm saying is people that have lost their lives fighting for our freedoms, like that's a different type of mindset and superpower. Now this don't have to be that deep, but it's just something that I've never thought of or felt in my spirit that I want to do or I would want to do. Like, I feel like if I got called to go fight somewhere else and I had to go, I would run. Or like, you'd lock me up. I'd be like Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? Not on some, I would be thinking about my kids and like family and like, you know, but people then will say, but bro, you got to go. So what I'm saying is, it's not like I'm a coward. It's just that I feel like those people that are in high school or middle school even, they're like, I want to be in the Air Force, in the Navy, in the Army, and this is what I want to do. And I just want to go defend our country if called upon. Like, I think that's a different like type of sacrifice. So, you know, obviously we salute those people that have lost their lives. But I guess my question to you is like, is that like a different type of like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what I'm asking you.
I mean, you know what's crazy? I think there's an amount of people that like had that desire, like I want to serve, I want to go and fight, like for, you know. But I think there's a lot of people that just don't know, right? And you don't even really know what you signing. I mean, you just kind of like, some people do it for an out, right? Some people do it because of the benefits, you know what I mean? And maybe once they get in it, they find themselves, they, you know, they find a career in it, you know what I mean, an opportunity in it. You know what's crazy? So I thought about joining the Marines. Like
high school?
No. Like,
like
a few years, like a few years ago.
Come on, man.
Like for real. I was like, yo, I'm always up for like a challenge, you know what I mean? And I want to do something different, you know what I mean? And I'm like, and I'm thinking like, you know, you think of a Marine and you know, like they the tough, you know, one of the toughest. And I'm thinking like, man, I wonder, you know, would it like, do I have, you know, what it takes? Now, of course, at this time, I done got a degree. Right. I mean, I was like, bruh, I was almost 30. I mean, it was like a few years ago, you know what I'm saying? And like, I was almost at the
not a few years ago. That's
nah, real. I mean, I was almost at the cutoff, like, you know what I mean? And
is it a cutoff?
Yeah, like, I can't remember the age now, but it's like right at 30. It might be 30, 31, 32. I can't remember exactly, but it's a cutoff age. Like, you can't be 42, like, about the, you know what I mean? But see, but my thing was, I had already had a degree, so it wasn't, you know, like I would probably be in a leadership role or some sort of like, you know, probably wouldn't have to be.
So you want to come in as a boss?
Yeah, I want to come in as a, you know what I mean? You know, just letting people know what they should be doing.
That's good,
you know what I'm saying?
Man.
Directing people. But you know what? All right, so check this out.
What?
Check this out. Somebody told me recently that you can apply for a Navy Federal Credit Union if you go in and tell them that you got a grandparent that has served and they deceased and you can't find their records and you can get an account. I mean, take it for what it's worth. Look, I might have just put somebody on some game, man. I don't know. I ain't tried it.
Or you probably just got somebody fired, man. You might be that guy, man.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty. I just thought that was an interesting, like, little piece.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean?
Well, we salute all the people that have served and family members, man.
For sure.
Thankful, extremely thankful. No, for real, man. How you staying positive, man, with all this? We've been down for about 3 months, 2 months.
Who said I was positive?
I assume you positive, man. You just said good morning.
Good morning, man. I gave you the good morning.
All right. No, for real. Like, we opening back up, but like everybody else is now starting to be happy, like they can do stuff. But we've been keeping busy. So, but personally though, your mindset, man, how you been keeping positive? What you been doing? Man,
I just been, what we've been talking about. I've been kind of like exploring, just like taking my mind and going other places, really in this deep learning phase, learning about new things and exploring new things, and that's kept my mind not occupied on kind of what's so much going on, but all the stuff that's out there, man, that I'm excited about to kind of bring to fruition. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I ain't been doing that, but I'm going to another place. Now, what I want to do though, I want to give the people that's listening, I want to give them three things that they can do.
Trace.
What?
Trace.
Uno, dos.
Trace.
Yeah, trace.
You want to give him trois?
Is it trace or tres?
Tres. Or you want to give him trois things?
No, I'm not calling it that.
What the trois ting, man?
I'm not calling it.
What the ting?
Man, what? what language is that, man?
Jamaican, man. Yeah, man.
Man, that's awful.
Huh?
That's terrible. You probably could have pulled it off with the
with
your dreads. With them dreads.
All right, man. 3 things, man. What's up? What we giving?
All right, 3 things to stay positive.
Okay.
During COVID-19. Number 1 is journaling. Writing down your thoughts. It's good therapy, extremely therapeutic. Write down your thoughts, things that you want to do, how you feel, what you did that day, challenges, just documentation. We talked about that, just documentation. But just writing down, like not putting it in your phone, actually taking out a pen, opening up a journal, and writing and filling up the pages with your words. One of the things that we talk about is writing your own story, right? And not allowing circumstances to dictate who you become and what you do. But taking the time to write down in a journal, dated, this is what I'm doing, this is how I feel, this is what's going on, and it's extremely helpful. Number 2, get a daily devotional. There's a ton of devotionals out there, but something that you can use to start your day every single day. Literally, hey, I'm gonna start off with this sentence or this paragraph or these few paragraphs to set the tone for the rest of the day. And I think just jumping in and out of days, day to day, without anything guiding you and kind of giving you some clarity and a positive outlook as you approach the day, whether it was a negative day the day before or you got something big coming up. But starting your day with a daily devotional is good. We used to have the winner's manual. I think that was our devotional. Coach Tressel didn't call it a devotional. He just called it quiet time, but it gave us an opportunity to do that. But the third thing is really practical. Is just either find someone that has a great podcast, us, listen to a good podcast, add a book that you picked out and that somebody didn't give you, something that you researched and something that's going to help you in this moment. So either a podcast, a book, or, some type of an inspirational video that you can add throughout the day to go along with those other 3 things. So imagine if you started your day off with a devotional. You had either a YouTube video or clip or listened to a podcast in the middle of the day. And at the end of the day, you had a recap or wrote some things down in your journal when you had some more quiet time. But those are 3 things that will help you today to keep a positive mindset and to keep the right perspective during COVID-19.
That's dope, man. And the documentation, like you said, is key. I mean, I think obviously a journal, I'm big, we got the book, so I'm used to that. With technology, you can even video record, some of those thoughts and have them for later, you know what I mean? And go back and see what you were doing and how you were feeling. I recorded something today. Actually, I made a journal entry in my video piece of eating Chipotle. Yep, eating Chipotle. I haven't had Chipotle since we've been locked down, and I said I'm gonna get some Chipotle today. I got the Chipotle, and I recorded myself. Man, this is documentation of me eating Chipotle the first day back, baby.
Back where? Chipotle been open.
Hey.
Chipotle stay open to like 10:30 on DoorDash too.
It just depends on when you came in and where you.
The first.
What'd you say? Nah, Chipotle, but you know, for real, I've been staying away. Like we've been cooking at the crib and all of that. But you know, so but I've been telling you how I've been also gaining a couple pounds. I ain't been necessarily working out. You know, the home gym is not the quite set up. You know what I mean? As
we should go back and look at that first podcast we had because we was all about it.
Yeah, nah.
That home gym is weak.
I'm about to get back, man. So this was I got to get back. Chipotle is a good, healthy, you know what I mean, alternative.
All right.
And so I documented that, man. So you know.
Well, don't take a video of the Chipotle piece. Just do those other 3 things.
All right, man.
You frustrated right now.
I need your help on something, bro.
Yeah.
So I need to understand how to resolve a potential conflict.
Right.
So my neighborhood.
Is it with a black person or white person?
That's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I didn't think it was relevant either. But you need the details. Need the details.
So in my neighborhood, decent neighborhood, right? Nice neighborhood. You know, everybody for the most part like takes really good care of their lawn. You know what I mean? And takes pride in it. You know, like I mean, honestly, I cut my grass probably once a week, and and people are out cut. I mean, like they be cutting like 2-3 times a week. I'm like, bro, you just like stop trying to shine on me, man. You know what I mean? Like let me live a little bit.
You live in one of those neighborhoods.
Yeah. So now I got a neighbor though, across the street from me, and
does he watch the podcast?
He might. I hope. You know what? I hope he is. Matter of fact, I might invite him to watch the podcast so that I don't have to confront him. Listen, man, he has not cut his grass all season.
Right.
To the point now where it's almost not even grass anymore. It's just weeds. You know what I mean? The dandelions, the little blow things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think aren't those like don't those turn into dandelions?
I don't know, man. All I know is, and he's on the corner. Like, you know what I mean?
Property value.
Like, you killing making the whole situation.
Making everybody hot.
So here's the deal. I've been trying to figure out a way to approach him and ask him what the deal is without offending him. You know what I mean? And he's a pretty in shape guy. You know what I mean?
Is that where I come in?
I mean, maybe I might need you. I might need you to come through, man. He probably about 6'2".
Okay.
You know, nice build, physique. I mean, honestly, since I've been living there, I don't watched him like grow for real. Like he's been like, you know what I mean, like beefed up. Like I mean, he's been working. He's a workaholic. Workout. He be running. I don't know if he's training for a marathon. I don't know what this guy's doing. Anyway, so my thing is I see him, and I see him working out. Like he'll go run, and I'm like, bro, cut the grass. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you gonna run, go cut the grass. Like, let that be your exercise. So I'm getting confused. Like, you know, first couple weeks I got it. Like, all right, you know, maybe whatever. But now I'm getting concerned. I'm actually a little worried. You know what I mean? And so I'm just trying to figure out, man, what should I do? You know, how do you think my approach should be? Because if I go knock, you know what I mean? If I go knock on his door, like, hey, what's happening? Yeah. You know what I mean? What's up with the grass? Now I could offer maybe to cut his grass, which I really don't want to do that. Just let me know, man. What you thinking? What's your thoughts, man? How should I
so you can
persuade this guy to do what I want him to do?
3 things to consider.
All right, journal.
No, not this. Journal. Yeah, for sure. This needs to go in the journal.
The twatting, man.
So, 1, like you got to figure out why this dude's grass is so long. Maybe his grass, because usually you try and grow your grass out when you trying to like build it back up.
Nah, that's not the case.
That's not it?
Nah.
All right, he just being lazy.
It's we.
All right, here's another scenario. What if the person that usually cuts his grass with him is like a kid and something happened? Like somebody's sick and he's trying to wait Until
Man, what?
All right.
He used to cut his grass. Like I would see him cut his grass himself. You know, and his workout used to be he would cut his grass with his shirt off, you know what I mean? And feel good about it and look good doing it and get some attention. Listen, man, young man, you know, live by himself. Yeah. Like, man, I get what you're saying. I need to think past me. I gotta think about his situation.
I'm about to hit you with something. I remember when we first met. So Ohio State, like a tour or something, whatever it may be. And I just remember your hairstyle was like there was something, it was like little Buckeye leaves or something.
Little Buckeye leaves.
something up here, right?
I have my little twist game.
You know what I'm saying? And I could remember thinking to myself, like, these Columbus dudes is different. Like, cause I had lined up waves, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he don't got the Allen Iverson joints. He got like some old, you know what I mean, B2K type, you know what I'm saying? The little Immature joints. Remember Immature first came out? Constantly.
All right. I'm trying to figure out where you're going with it. Right, Talk to me.
But over the next 4 or 5 years, them little Buckeye leaves turned into Buckeye trees. You know what I'm saying? You got dreads like to your pockets. You know what I'm saying? You sit down, there's dreads everywhere. Meantime, the rest of us, we lined up. Cut every day, lined up, ready to go. But the pictures with you just got all types of, we ain't get mad at you. You know what I'm saying? We ain't get mad at what you was doing. We cut our hair, you grew yours out. It was value in that for you. It was value in that for me.
Bruh.
So you probably let him do what he gonna do, man.
So first off, if
the analogy was so on point. It was so on point, you don't even know what to say right now.
First off, if I was in your picture, if we was in the picture together, I added value to your picture. Dreads or no dreads, I'm gonna bring some value to that picture. Man, him growing his grass out is not bringing no value to me, bro. Like none. You know what I'm saying? So that was a terrible analogy. That was a terrible analogy, man.
Nah, man.
And I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna go up to him and approach him.
No, don't go up to him.
Should I put something in his mailbox?
No.
Should I, you know what I mean? Should I catch him while he's running?
No, this is what you do.
You know what I mean?
This is what you do.
Or should I just go cut it? Should I just go cut his grass?
That's what I'm getting to.
Just go cut his grass.
No, don't do that.
And tell him.
Nah,
tell
roll
him,
up
you know what I mean?
with like a young cousin or something. You know what I mean? Roll up and say, like, I'm trying to teach this young man responsibility. Hey, man, I figured you was getting, you know what? I be seeing you running, man. Hey, man, you kind of swell. Hey, man, what you do to stay in shape? Okay, cool. I might try. By the way, I see you busy. You know what I mean? I want to teach this young man a responsibility. I know you was going to get to it probably this week or tomorrow or something. But let's go ahead and take it up. We'll take care of it. I just want to teach him some responsibility. That's how you go about it, man.
All right, man. We'll see. I'll let you know how it go. Because this week, something about to go down this week. For sure.
Can you imagine if I grew my hair out right now, bro? Man. If I started growing my hair out, it's coming in right here.
If you start growing your hair out again, you will not. You will start to lose. We will start to lose value when it's time. You start to lose value in this situation.
I won't have 360s. I have all of a 180, dog. I got this right here. I got one turn. I got all this. When I was looking, man, it was growing. I got gray over here. It's crazy. My hairline is like right here, and it's like right here. I'm thinking I might just try and brush it and see what happens. Look like LeBron did. Episodes 9 and 10 of The Last Dance. So the whole series is done. I know you like on episode 3.
I'm catching up.
Arguably the greatest 10 hours in the history of sports for sure. And it's up there in series. Like if you put it on Netflix, hopefully it's on Netflix for like people outside of the country. But from a documentation standpoint, bro, like they cover everything. They went back and forth, but the last 2 episodes, 9 and 10, just kind of brought it home when they won the championship. And there was so much drama, like, because the last 2 episodes are 97 and then 98. So when they won their 5th title and then when they won their 6th title. And so they were going on simultaneously. And 97, they had the most trouble with the Indiana Pacers. They almost beat them that year, or maybe it was in 98. Whatever it was, they had they highlighted the Indiana Pacers and Reggie Miller, and then they highlighted Karl Malone, John Stockton, those guys, because they played the Jazz back-to-back years. So Utah was coming in 98, like, yo, we about to get after it. Anyway, in the final game, Michael Jordan's last game, I forgot about this. Scottie Pippen gets hurt and hurts his back he was tight going into the game, hurts his back first play of the game. Dunked, hurt his back. Like, he in and out the locker room the whole game. He like a decoy. He literally can't really do nothing. Had like a couple buckets, but he was out there. And Michael Jordan didn't come off the floor. There's no load management for him. Like, he just didn't come off the floor. So he's tired, and he gets to the sideline, hits the game-winning shot, 5 seconds left. And he's sitting on the sideline, and he's just exhausted. And he's like, when he's talking, he's like, man, we was up 1, but I still had to figure out a way to, like, get one more stop. Mm-hmm. And so they go out, they get a steal, they win their 6th championship. And when Scottie Pippen was talking, the part that was intriguing, when Scottie Pippen was talking, he was like, man, I don't know how this dude, like, does it. Like, bro, he just figured out a way to fight through it, talking about MJ. And then you start listening to all the other people talk about, like, dog, this dude, he was, like, always driven, you know what I mean? Actual pun intended, but he was driven. And, you know, he always figured out a way to get up they just said he was just always present in the moment. And so I was just thinking, like, you know, even putting myself in that situation, or you or anybody, like, what drives people? And then I was coming up with different ways. Sometimes it's family, sometimes it's this, it's that. But every single day that you wake up, you got to create your own motivation. It's just like momentum. Like, I don't think that motivation actually exists by itself. I think that it has to be created. Like, you have to generate something in your mind that motivates you to prepare and to go out and be the best version of yourself that you could possibly be. It's easy to say I'm driven and motivated by my family. Like, you can say that, that's cool. But it's like, is that your motivation all the time, all day? Mm-hmm. Now, you might be driven by your family to try and make sure you could put food on the table and you go to work every day. But what drives you to be a good person? What drives you to be the best that you could be at your respective job or occupation? You know, even now, if you're not working, like, what is the motivation to be the best at-home teacher that you could possibly be? So I just feel that motivation is created. It doesn't just exist on its own, right? Like, you have to dig deep, like, you have to find something in you to remind you of why you're doing what you're doing. They use examples and was like, yo, Michael Jordan would make up stories about dudes. Yeah. Like, and that's what I was saying, you know. This dude didn't even do nothing, but he made up a story just to motivate himself that, you know what I mean? But they said going into the finals, what was your motivation going into the finals? He was like, Karl Malone won MVP. Mm. He was like, I'm not saying that he wasn't deserving, but he was like, okay, you want to give him the MVP? Like, you can have that. I'm about to go ahead and get this 6th championship. Yeah. Like, yeah. That's the part. Those are the things to me that stand out in the show, like, just that mindset. And not just for having it on Michael Jordan, but just the fact that a normal person, average Joe now, can have those same principles and same mindset and dominate in their own respective industry. Mm-hmm. So
dope. I definitely think I seen that Michael Jordan, even the one I'm a little farther back. Yeah, but when he's talking about Tony Kukoc, and he was saying, bro,
that's crazy. Like,
you know, that he thought Krause was more fond of him, so he would create these stories. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
But go out and kill him.
And Tony was his teammate.
Right. That's
like, yo, this dude's gonna be on my squad, but we about to let you know, like, you don't even belong here. Yeah, like,
we about to kill you first.
That's crazy. Buenos dias.
Bonjour. Good morning.